What have we got going on today? Just some cute little pretzels. Sometimes we really miss the things that we can get back in the States that we can't really find here, and this time one of my friends was really craving pretzels, and so I made some soft pretzels. It took me a minute to get the hang of that pretzel twist. There were a couple that looked a little misshapen. If you've never made pretzels before, each side of the pretzel gets about 30 seconds in a boiling baking soda water mixture, which helps to create the texture of a pretzel that you're used to and also helps to give it that brown exterior that you're used to seeing on a pretzel. All egg washed, salted, and ready to go into the I do tend to sit right outside the oven and watch things bake in my oven like I'm on the Great British Bake Off, but you know what? It just happens. These pretzels turned out pretty good. We decided to explore some other Italian cities. We went to Milan and Bologna. This is in Milan. When we arrived in Milan, planning to take the train, we realized there was a train strike and all of the trains were canceled. So we had to pivot right away to take the bus, and it worked out. Whenever we leave our small Sicilian town, we look for non-Italian food. We found this South American restaurant that did not disappoint. It was so good. During this trip, we didn't have any sightseeing planned, so we were just kind of walking around and seeing what we could see, and we saw many different areas of the city. In a moment, watch as I casually check behind me to make sure I'm not in the bike lane. There it is. It was kind of fun to not plan anything and just accidentally stumble onto things that were really interesting. So this is Sforesco Castle, and it has a couple of different museums inside, and actually the interior courtyards are free admission, so you can walk around in the interior courtyards, but if you want to go into the museums inside, I think it's only 10 euros, so it's not that bad. And one ticket will get you entrance into any of the museums. I loved this street, and I was disappointed that we were not continuing to walk down it, but instead we were crossing the street. I really love the effort to put greenery and green space on and in buildings in the city, and this is just an ode to my appreciation for that. At one point we did make it to the historical center of Milan, and we both were like, wow, it's so much busier here than everywhere else in the city. So we didn't stick around for very long. I was definitely impressed with the size and scope of the Duomo, and I couldn't believe that it was still under construction. I guess it's been under construction for a really long time. Still going. Once again, with any food that's not Italian, I love a doner kebab. Joel tolerates them, and we got that for dinner, and it was so good. I love the tram system in Milan, though they are quite loud. There were some tracks right outside of our hotel, and it got loud during the day. But we decided to take the tram to the train station when we were leaving Milan, and it was a really fun ride. We took the high-speed train from Milan to Bologna, and as you can tell, I was pretty impressed with the train station. As you keep looking, there are more and more artistic details that you notice with more time that you spend. And the fancy seats. We were only on the train for a little over an hour, but we were offered a drink and a snack while we were on. It was great. So Bologna is very famous for its porticos and covered walkways, and I think they're really great and they would be super handy on a rainy day. But I think they made it hotter when we were there. It's just it held the heat in. Joel is a huge fan of mortadella and I am not, but we stopped at this restaurant that served mortadella and each got sandwiches. We both got the same one. It had frigione on it, like onion tomato sauce, and Joel was upset because it masked the flavor of the mortadella, and I was pleased because it masked the flavor of the mortadella. I've got one more thing to say about frigione, but before we get to that, this is the key that we had for the hotel we were staying in. I couldn't get over it. So frigione is like the sauce of Bologna, and I was told that every family has their own recipe, their own way of making it, and theirs is the best and all of that. And I was like, oh, so it's like the caponata of Bologna. Do not refer to frigione as the caponata of Bologna. It does not go over well. We went to this little wine shop. They do tastings there. You load up your card and then you just choose your wines and pour them out. They give you a little bag to put your glass in, which we didn't use, but it was so hot. We stayed for a while, we had lots of wine, and then we were like, we gotta go, it's too hot here. But it was a cute place and worth checking out. It was so hot when we were in Bologna, and that was definitely an issue with us enjoying our time there during the day, so we'll have to go back when it's much cooler temperatures. Anyway, that's all for this video. Please give us a like, leave us a comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching!